Okay, says I'm live, so I guess I am. Hi, Don. If you're watching on YouTube, just scrub forward until you see people start coming in or something start happening. It will happen. So, yeah. Hi, Don. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Robert's wandering around. I think he's looking for something to graze on. Robert, go out in the utility room. Go out in the utility room and get one of those muffins that are sitting there on the counter.
Okay.
He's hungry.
Just one?
Yeah, I'm not going to have one. I'm streaming. All right. Hi, Laverne. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kat. Hi, Missy. Ah, you guys. It's always something. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. So we're going to do some dangle letters today. Hi, Linda. Give Tim a hug. I have something to show from you today. Hi, other Janet. Yep. We'll wait and let some people get in here. Focus, you freaks. Hey, Coloring View. I just put that there because it works well when I'm setting up to see if the camera's focused and if the colors are pretty accurate. So, but you still should focus, you freak. Hi, Christina. So, no, that's for you.
Oh, okay.
So you can quit grazing. Anyway, Robert's wandering around here looking for something to eat. He's been grazing all morning, so hang on just a second. I'm going to give him some instruction. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, crazy week. Anyway, this is what I did this week, which is not really true, but it came out of that snarky coloring book that I got. And I got the one for Devin done. And yeah, so I'll try and get it out in the mail. You guys, I'm loving doing this lettering. I really am. I don't know. Maybe my brain is broken. You think my brain is broken? But I did one this morning too, and I think let me see if I can find it quickly. I've been doing all the lettering in the Bible, and oh God, let me show. See, that's what I think too. This week view, however, I have cared. I have cared a lot. I'm going to talk about it briefly. I'm pretty sure I was in Mark this morning. So let me see if I can find it. I should have marked the page. I always remember too late. And if I can't find it quickly, I'll just move on. Dee Dee may or may not be here. She called and said Denise was coming. So I told her, no, man, you got to go hang out with Denise. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Bossy Butt. Yeah, I'm not turning to it really quick. I know how I can find it really quick. Hang on. Hey, Judio. All right. Looking. Just give me a second. Anyway, I did order. Okay. Well, that wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it'll work if I can't find the other one. But anyway, I've really enjoyed doing the lettering. Hi, Ellen. I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in. View, did I say hi to you? All right, never mind. I'm giving up. Anyway, yeah, I'm loving doing the lettering. And I've been doing a lot in the Bible, and that'll get me to my enabling. I did order, I think it was Devin, it might have been Kat, I don't know, one of those two freaks mentioned to me that there was a new granulating set of Kiritaki Gansai Tambi. I never pronounce it right, so just thanks, Bossy Butt. So I went ahead and ordered them, and I haven't even opened them because they just came this morning while Dee Dee was here. And those dang electric trucks that Amazon uses to deliver, he was here, walked in my breezeway, dropped the package off on the table. I never heard anything. You'll be ordering them tomorrow. Well, we're going to play with them because I have not even gotten them out of their package. So the package color shows what's supposed to happen. If it happens, this will be my all-time favorite watercolor, but we'll see. They're by Kiritaki View. Kiritaki, Japanese company, makes the best products. Their watercolors are just, oh, they're so good. And the granulating ones, let me show you the first set. There's something about their granulating paints that are vastly different than others, and I don't know what it is. You have about 70 of them? Okay, good. Got them in your cart. Okay, this is what the original paint, and I'm actually at the bottom of the pan on this one, but I've let lots of people play with these too because they're so much fun. But this is what they end up looking like. I think this is probably more accurate. But you can see how the paint in their pans don't look anything like what they end up looking like in real life. They're colors that I don't know, unless you're doing abstract or something, you probably wouldn't use in a real painting. But they're just so much fun, the way they behave. So this was set number 1. And I did them all on different kinds of paper because every watercolor is going to behave different on different color or different kinds of paper. So, and how much water, you know, this is the same 5 colors, but it just depends on how much water you add, how granulating or how crazy they get. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Judio. Yeah, so we're going to swatch these new ones out. I'm very excited about it. I needed them like I need another hole in my head, but that hasn't stopped me before, and chances are it's not going to stop me again. Hey, Galena. Holy crap, girl. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. I'm glad you dropped in so I can enable you. I hope the world is treating you good, Galena. I really am. It's good to see you. So I ordered those. We're going to play with those in just a few minutes. And then I also ordered 2 toilet brushes, which I'm not going to show you, but it was just time for new toilet brushes around here. So we got some. And then I ordered a new Bible. And I've been thinking about it for a while. And I can't even tell you how many Bibles I have around this house. I have a plain English one. I have King James. I have every Bible known to man, I think. But I ordered this one, and then when it came and I was looking through it, I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to give this to Robert's grandson, Nathan. I go to their church every Sunday online. And there's just something about this Bible that made me think of his wife. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give it to her. And I can always order another one. Oh, you're broke. I'm sorry, Galena. Then I'll quit enabling. But I only had these 2 things to show, so it's okay. But anyway, yeah, it's very much like my other one, except that this is the new international version. and it is very easy to read, and you still get a lot of places to journal or color or whatever. And I just thought, I think I'll give this one away because I do enjoy going to church with them on Sunday. Now I can see them in the camera; they can't see me. Yeah, but anyway, I ordered that. I'll look through it good before, and then I told Dee Dee if I decide to give it away, which I think I've already decided. I think I'll color the first page for her. And she said, no, you can't do that. And I was like, why? And she said, the print is small. Yeah, the print is very small, Missy. And hi to anybody who's come in that I didn't acknowledge. I'm just busy over here running off at the mouth. But anyway, she said, you can't do that because if yours comes out so good, she'll be intimidated. So I was just like, oh, man. I was thinking I would color it for her, so next time she comes, she has a fun prize. But yeah, now I'm thinking, I probably will make a photocopy of one of the pages and maybe cut out a few embellishments or something, but try not to intimidate her. And of course, she's not going to have Prismacolor pencils, so I'll probably have to go ahead and bite the bullet and order. I won't order her the 150 set, but I will probably order her a smaller set. Hi, Joan. Anyway, that's all the things I bought. I did order the Helen Elliston book. It just didn't come in time, so I will show that later on. But I did want to mention this has been a really, really emotional week, for sure. And I've struggled, and I didn't know if I wanted to say anything or acknowledge what's gone on this last week with Charlie Kirk being shot and that Ukrainian girl getting stabbed on the train. But I was laying in bed last night, and I think two things went through my head. One, I was very encouraged by the outpouring of love and support. And at the same time, I'm so dismayed that there are people out there who will celebrate the death of a 31-year-old young man who was a daddy. How can you feel good about somebody's dad being just assassinated? It's so wrong. And what it makes me think is no matter what your political leanings are, and I don't care, I'll get along with anybody and I'll talk to anybody about anything. If my argument is weak, challenge me. If my argument is strong, acknowledge that maybe I have a good argument. I just don't think we, as a world, we need to be at a place where we literally will kill people for having a differing opinion. And, you know, I love you all. We're all here for the same thing. We're all here for art. And I liked what Dee Dee said this morning. Dee Dee's always so damn positive. And I tend to be like, I want to go on a rant. But as people, we should just admit that it's so utterly wrong. And I feel like we're at a fork in the road, you know, right now, that it's the only thing I can feel is that every one of us, no matter what we think, what we believe, anything, you have to recognize that there's a fork in the road, and you're either going to go down the road of good or you're going to go down the road of evil. And each of us has to choose, you know, really, what are you willing to put up with as a society? And I'm encouraged by what's going on in Europe, that we're finally saying enough is enough. This is crazy, and we've got to take a stand. I think we've all been so complacent for so long, you know, willing to put up with names that we call each other names that the media takes aside. We can't do that anymore. So, you know, love your neighbor. That's pretty much what Jesus preached, is love your neighbor, love your fellow citizens, and want the best for everybody. That's one thing I could say about, you know, people I interact with online, whether it be in a live chat or, even if I just watch a video and leave a comment or whatever, I hope I leave there feeling, with them feeling like they've got words of encouragement, a little bit of love from a stranger. It never hurts, you know? Like, open the door for that person behind you. Say thank you, smile, say please. You know, like, let's return to some semblance of manners. Anyway, I'm not going to get all crazy about it, but I truly believe that each one of us has to do some soul searching right now. And what are you going to do? Where are you going from here? Which road are you taking? I'm going to take the road of good. So there we have it. And I think we need to give up the hyperbolic labels, just the nonsense that's been going on for so many years. It's easy to be complacent. Don't be complacent anymore. Take a stand. That's my words of wisdom for you. And hugs to each and every one of you. I know everybody's been affected by something and are being affected by something every day. I think I've had my share of tragedy in life. And I think the thing that has gotten me through and keeps me going today is live a life of gratitude. Be thankful. Be thankful for the people in your life. Be thankful for the good things that happen to you every day, even if it's that the sun came up. Some days in my past, I was just grateful that there was a sun. Yeah, good manners and being pleasant costs nothing. And it does make a world of difference. You don't know if your smile or words of encouragement are the only ones that somebody is going to hear today. So I am also very thankful for the art community and that we have people that we can talk to. And I don't care if we disagree. I'm all about debate. I took state and debate in high school, and I love a good debate. I'm not cemented into my opinions. I am cemented in my faith, but I am not cemented in my opinions. You can change my mind. Come up with a good argument. So there we go. And speaking of being grateful and having such an awesome art community, I got some happy mail from Linda Rentz and Tim, and you guys are so sweet. And they were making paper dolls. And I think Dee Dee said that it was based on something maybe Beth Jeweler did on her stream. I don't know. But anyway, and Tim said that I should have this one. And it's probably because she's in her underwear. I don't know, but I'm just guessing. So thank you, Linda and Tim. Thank you for thinking about me and sending me some fun, happy mail. I love the paper that you made the little envelopes out of. So very cool. Thank you. I am putting together a bunch of fib art to put in its very own journal. So this will definitely go in there. But thank you, Linda and Tim. And Linda, when you see Tim, give him a big hug for me and say thank you. It's such a cute little paper doll in her underoos. And then Starla Arts. Starla's had her own share of troubles here in this last few months. And so I appreciate that she took time out of her day to make me this awesome pumpkin for going into fall. Turn it over. Uh-oh, I missed something. What did I miss? Okay, yeah, I saw she had her underoos on the back too. What am I turning over? What am I not seeing? Yeah, I saw that you had the front and the back. Is that what you're talking about, or am I missing something? Yeah. See, Dorothy, that's how I am. I'm going to, unless you are just begging to get your ass kicked, I'm going to try and be as pleasant as I can to everybody. Anyway, she's precious. Doesn't cost a thing to be nice to your fellow man and to offer them some grace. You know, you never know. Oh, it's discreet butts on things. Okay, Linda, I got it. Very good. Butts on things. So yeah. You never know what somebody's going through. Don't judge a guy till you walked a mile in his shoes or something like that. I think that's a good mantra to live by. You know, you never know what somebody's going through. So a smile from you can make a difference. Butts on things. I'm going to do butts on things for, mine is going to be called Stinktober. But I don't think I'll be able to do it every day because I'm going to have Robert's granddaughter here for 10 days, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do for 10 days, but yeah, I think 10 days. So Starla, this is beautiful. Thank you. It's probably the only fall decorations that I will have because I'm just beyond decorations these days. I'm not, oh, that's the old one. Yeah, I just don't do decorations like I used to. When the kids would come in and a lot of people were here, that was one thing. But now it just seems like such a hassle to get it all out. And then I feel like I have to clean everything and put it all back. Nah, and I'm just not interested. You don't feel like putting out your fall decorations? See, I used to decorate outside, inside. Yeah, and anymore, no. I'm lucky if I get a Christmas tree up. I don't mind doing fall art or something like that, but to get out boxes and yeah, nah, not gonna do it. All right, so let's, oops, already got the red and the green. That's awesome. We'll let them, the Kuretake paints re-wet really nice, so you don't have to let them sit a long time or anything like that. So let's do two things. I'll draw a line down the center of this paper. I'll have plenty of fall outside when the leaves start falling, believe me. Well, that's about as crooked as can be. What the heck? Did I cut that paper that crooked? My word. All right. I'm drawing myself a line because I'm going to, it must be straight, you know. Get some clean water and we'll wet half of the page. I need to take this sweater off. It's been so beautiful here, you guys. Oh, the weather has been so nice. We might get some rain this week, which would be awesome. Okay, the first one is Cosmic Red, and in the pan, it looks very red. We're going to do it on dry. And this is B watercolor paper. You can pick it up down at the Walmarts. And then down here, we'll put it in water. Look how it grabs it and just starts spreading it all over. So they will get a little mixed. And this one's called Cosmic Olive. Now that just looks like mud. It has a greenish tint to it, but it looks pretty much just like mud. All right, come on, granulation. Get working here. I have to send you back and you'll go sit on a shelf down at the Amazons. This one's pretty. This is Cosmic Green. That is really pretty. I wet the paper enough that it shouldn't dry before I get back to it. This one's called Cosmic Blue. Ooh, look at that. So I need to pull you guys down a little bit. Cosmic Blue. That is a pretty, pretty blue. It looks like mud in the pan. Look at it's pushing that green back. And the last one is Cosmic Violet. Pretty color. All right, you can kind of see, oh, I got that wet. We'll go back and add a little bit of water in each of them. See what they do. Yeah, look what's happening in the one that stayed wet. Cool. Obviously, you can't hurry. And I used a fair amount of paint. This one has gotten really muddied up. Let me see if I can sop up some of that excess water here. And you guys are seeing them just like I'm seeing them for the first time. That I do love that blue, I have to say. Now that I would use in a real painting. Red has the pox, yep. Yeah, usually they do, Devin. I'm not seeing that, but I'm seeing a little bit of the tan in the red, but the green, I can't see much anything at all. They might have hurried these because their first set was so popular. I don't know. Now the purple, of course, I got the blue and the purple kind of mixed, so now it's hard to say. I'll look at the packaging. We'll see. But I think the purple actually has blue in it. Yeah, now the purple is definitely doing it. This blue, it's hard to tell. Really hard to tell. I think as it's drying, the cosmic olive looks more green than it did. Yeah, these don't seem to be as crazy. Maybe the purple one and maybe the red one, but these three in the middle, they just don't seem to be separating like the others did. And this is the packaging. The red, obviously, that box got wet. Goes into a red kind of tannish. The green, I'm not sure. This has got to be the olive green down here. It looks like it should be having some purple in it, but I'm not seeing any purple at all. None. And I just contaminated it. So good on me. Maybe a little bit up here where I had it thicker. And then the cosmic green looks like it has green and blue in it, which I can kind of see down here a little bit. This is the blue. Now the blue looks like it should have some tan in it. I'm not seeing any tan at all. None. And I don't think this can be operator error. Can it be? Hey, Dee Dee. Did Denise get here and gone? I'm not seeing the tan at all. I'll play with these some more. And then the purple, and I kind of see this down in here. It's kind of like a turquoise and purple. It's still very pretty. It's very cool. But yeah, I'll have to play with these some more. But they will behave very differently if you use them wet on wet or wet on dry. One grilled cheese Sammy later. I wish somebody was here to make me a grilled cheese Sammy. They'll be fun though. I'll maybe do my next abstract watercolor. I'll do with these. Hi, Ego Brain. I love that name. Love that name. So those are the new granulating Gansai Tambi. Did I say it right that time? I don't know. Anyway, so that was my fun prize that I got. And I did show the Bible, Dee Dee. Not extensively, but did show it. So, yeah, those will be fun to play with. I do like the purple and blue. Those are my favorite. These three I really like. So we'll play with those more next week. Now I got to let the box dry out because I must have set it in a drop of water. Leave it to me. Yeah. Cool. I'm seeing a little bit of tan down here in the really, really wet. And that's one thing I would say with these type of paints. They've got to be really, really wet. So, yeah, we'll play with those maybe next week. And then when, excuse me, we were at Dee Dee's this morning and I asked for any suggestions of what I should do today on stream because I didn't have anything planned. And I'm pretty much, whatever I do, I don't really care. As shown here. Spoiler alert. I don't care. Try more water. You think you want me to add it to it right now, Terry? Oh, yeah, you got to get them, Devin. All right. Terry's saying, add more water as I'm sopping up water. I'm going to do it on the dry ones up here and see if I can encourage them to move. And these are still wet from the first go around where I added water back to. So let's just add some more water up here and set it aside and see what it does here in a few minutes. All right, we're going to set that aside. I'll try not to get them all running together. And we'll look at them again here in a minute. Yeah, no, you got to buy them. And depending on the paper, see, that's another thing. Yeah, a tiny bit of paint and lots of water. That Terry's exactly right in how those granulating Kuretake paints will work. But anyway, while we were at Dee Dee's and I asked for suggestions about what I could do today, which didn't matter to me one way or the other, what I did or what I didn't do. But she said, do Dangles. And I haven't done Dangles in a long, long time. But she said to use the Languo pens, which if you've been around Dee Dee and I for very long, you know that we ordered the full set. And I don't remember how many colors were in it. It was like 160 or something. It's ridiculous how many. Let me show you. Close your eyes if you get seasick. This right here is the Languo pens. They sit here right at my elbow all the time. And I use them virtually every day in the Beast. So, yeah. But anyway, I've done Dangles before. And they're fun. And then I was telling Dee Dee that's what I was going to do because she missed it when I said it in her chat. She said, do it on top of that reverse coloring paper. And I haven't gotten these out in forever, for the longest time. Hang on, I got to come over here and get them. But I ordered these. They call them reverse coloring books. And so I ordered a few of them, and I was actually Zentangling and doodling on them. So you didn't have to create your own background. You got a background that was already created for you. And they're very fun. I mean, you can use them for a background to do mixed media on, whatever. You're leaving for Japan in less than a month. Oh, Devin. See if I don't know if you even like them, but if I went to Japan, this is one of the first things I would do. I would look for a traveler's notebook store. Oh, I've seen videos of them. I'm so jealous of you right now, Bossy Butt. And if you want me to go with you, I'll figure out how to go. But anyway, go find a traveler's notebook store. Oh, that's the one thing I'd want to do. But they also have awesome pen stores there. Look online, Bossy. You will see so much stuff that you need to go look for. Oh, that's going to be the best trip ever. So anyway, let me just flip through these real quick. They're called reverse coloring books. I got them on Amazon. And they're just, I'm sure they're AI generated art, but great colors. And to work on top of them is really fun. It kind of takes the pressure off that blank page, you know? Yeah, so, but they look to be AI generated to me. And I have a bunch of them marked that I was going to draw on whatever. And I should have, I think, at least one of them. Okay, this one is one that I've drawn on. So all the black on here is something that I added. What do you think? Marks and pencils and added the bubbles and fish. Oh, okay. You must be talking to Dee Dee. Yeah, Devin, you're going to have so much fun. But I don't think I have any more that I've actually worked on. I think I moved them into portfolios or something. But they're all different. That one kind of has a shiny surface and it's small, like 8x8. This one is a matte finish, obviously. Woo! Camera didn't like that. Hi, Joanne. This is matte paper, a little bit brighter colors, but again, I think all AI generated, and it's just a bunch of shrooms, dude. And when I pulled them out, I was just like, oh, this is going to be hard to work on top of, you know, to do something other than just doodling or Zentangling or something like that. But we're going to give it a try. If we like it, great. If we don't, who cares? Nobody cares. Now I need one of those coloring pages that says, nobody cares. Get over yourself. Okay, here's one. Okay, here's another one that I had worked on. Man, the camera is not liking this at all. Come on, focus, you little freak. So this is another one where I did all the black doodles in the background. So they're kind of fun. If you like to doodle, yeah, these are awesome just to play with. So there's the mushroom one. And then this one is just, looks like bubbles, and here's some skyscrapers, circles. I love the circle one. I like the abstract geometric design. So yeah, depending on what sort of art you like or colors, these are some of them very bright, vibrant, and some of them are more muted. This one I thought would be a good one to draw on, but I picked out another one. So yeah, just in case some of you new people haven't seen these, this one I thought would be another good one to draw on. So yeah, I'm glad I got them out. And Dee Dee told me to cut some leaves out of them, so I did. And they're still in here, just taking up space. And then I'm sure I've got more of them in my portfolios, but I wouldn't know even where to begin to look. So there's that. So let's, I'll show you the Dangle book real quick for those of you who haven't seen it. It's just another kind of doodle book, idea book, but they're kind of fun. And I'll pick people in the audience and do your initial and then mail it to you. And I'm sure some of you have gotten them in the past, because this is, if I do this on stream, that's usually what I do. J is obviously my initial. This is on watercolor paper. I didn't get out any watercolor paper today. But yeah, they're kind of fun to do. If you are making a card for somebody, you could just use their initial, but they give you the entire alphabet, sometimes multiple versions of each letter. So you can draw the letter out and then just doodle it and color it. So that's what we're going to do. And these are the reverse coloring pages. I tried to pick something pretty muted so that when I, thank you, Devin, so that when I work on top of it, you can, hopefully it'll jump out of the page at you. So, and this is just one page that I cut into 4 squares. So I'll probably start with this one. Well, no, I need to start. Let's start with this one that has a little bit more activity in the back, and we'll see if it even works good. I've had that Dangle book for years. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. I probably paid, well, I probably used my 40% off coupon, but they don't do that anymore. So, because I wouldn't pay full price for that book. But I would pay almost half price. Okay, so let me see here. Got 31 people. Let's just go back randomly and pick. You know what? I'm going to pick J for Joanne because Joanne has been so generous with many of us with her ephemera and stuff like that. So let's do Joanne, and I'll mail it to her, which in Canada, it may take it a while to get there, but I think most of the mail does eventually get there. So Joanne, we're going to do a J for you. And if you have any particular color you want, just speak up. They give me 2 versions of a J. I can do a capital J or lowercase j. I think I will do, I already showed you the J that I did. So I think I'll do the capital J. And we'll try it on the reverse collage. Now you can also, if you're not comfortable with drawing the letters or anything like that, you're welcome, Joanne. You could use a stencil to do it, but I guess my feeling about something like this is if it's a little wonky, who cares? Honestly. Okay, I was going to do the capital, Joanne. So, yeah, let's, do I feel like there's an orientation on this? This looks, okay, this already has stuff falling from the top, which I'm going to incorporate. So let's leave it this way. Or do it this way. No, this way. No, this way. Okay, reason being, most of the drawing is actually at the top, so that'll give me a little bit cleaner background to work with. Yeah, there are tons of reverse coloring books. You won't have any trouble finding a reverse coloring book. And I could go ahead and try and find the center. I'm just going to guess that the center is right about here. And that's fine. And I'm going to drop it down a little bit from the top so I can do some drawing up there. And are you guys going to be able to see this? Because I'm going to pencil it in first. And then I'll ink it after I feel like it's as good as I can get it. That one's got a little bit more. But yeah, don't be afraid to use a stencil if you feel like you're not comfortable drawing. We're going to try it. Devin, I can't take credit for this because it was Dee Dee who suggested it. And I was like, okay, Dee Dee, whatever you say, I'll do that. All right, and I want the center of it about here, I think. So we'll draw a little heart there. How do we like that? What's going to be weird is choosing the colors that will work. I have never swatched the Languo pens on a sheet, which I need to do. I did swatch them and put them on the pen, but I've not done, yeah, I've not done an actual swatch sheet for these, so. Does that look okay? It's going to be okay because that's what we've got. Okay. So I'll ink this first, and I'm going to use, I think, this needle, the Uniball needle. I won't be adding anything wet to this other than the Languo pens, which are acrylic gel markers. But this pen, the Uniball needle, eye needle, is permanent when dry. You do have to let it dry thoroughly, though. So, yeah. So let's go ahead. And it makes a pretty nice, bold line, which for this, I think you need. And I will do a little bit of correcting. I haven't been doing too much otherwise. But it was such a crazy week. Ugh. But I did go do another Walmart pickup, which, oh, you guys, that is the best thing in the whole world. I wish somebody had told me earlier. How's that, Joanne? You just ordered the Watercolor Wonders. Where did you learn about that, Laverne? Yeah, I decided putting a swatch on the pen itself. The problem is the way I have them stored to see the actual color. Look at, okay, this is a great example. Look at the pen top. Now, maybe I have the wrong pen top on this pen. I doubt it. But anyway, yeah, like the pen top colors are not even remotely close to the color of the ink. But I love these pens. Don't let me discourage you. From you just now? Okay, awesome. You mean the, okay, that last one I showed was Watercolor Wonders. All right, Laverne, are you on Instagram so you could show us what the heck you do with it? Huh? Now I'm just going to go to the back of the book and flip through the dangles and see what I like. Because I want to start adding color. Oh, God, please don't do that to me. Okay. I didn't even remember that that was Watercolor Wonders, you guys. Okay, since I put a heart in here, and one nice thing about those Languo pens is because they're acrylic, I can cover up pretty much any or all of this that I want. I think I will put some little circles out here. And erase my pencil lines. Probably don't need to erase the pencil lines, but I'd rather do it now than after I get wet ink down on it. So And you don't have to be so precious. All right, let's decorate the J first. I'm going to add another heart on either side. So I'm almost just like doing my own coloring book, you know, because I'll color these in. And this is, I mean, if you like meditative kind of things, this is very meditative. Just draw. You don't have to think. And up here, I may not use the black ink. I have to decide. All right. I'm just going to randomly grab pens. But I have to be mindful of what the background is. I mean, I don't want to pick out. I guess I could. And one thing about these Languo pens that I've learned is sometimes you have to color somewhere else, but the lighter touch, the better. And if you want to go over it, you have to wait until it's really dry. Otherwise, you'll almost dig into it. But light touch, and they will work perfectly every time. And I do have a favorite. Now I'm all sitting here thinking, you can't order individual replacements. And there's one color that I've used over and over and over, and I love it so much, and I use it all the time. And when it runs out, I'm going to be so sad because you can't order individual replacements. But I have to say, I'm incredibly happy with these pens. And I'm leaving them out as I use them so I can repeat the colors that I use. And like with wet paint, be careful where you put your hands. The other day I was doing some lettering in that Bible and not thinking, because usually I'm sitting here listening to a podcast or something, not paying any attention to what's going on, and stuck my hand in the wet paint and smeared it. And fixing it was a pain in the butt. Thank you, Cheshire Cat. Yeah, so just be aware. You got to let it dry before you stick your hand down in it. Just saying. But the colors are beautiful. And they will cover up whatever's underneath them. That's probably why I didn't need to erase. No, I think I'll do this one. And I don't know if I told you that the house next door to me sold, and I was going to miss my neighbor so much, and I do, except that the new guy, I was sitting outside the other day, and a truck pulled into my driveway, and I thought, who the heck is that? Turns out it was the new neighbor coming over to introduce himself, which I thought was very neighborly. And it was odd because Robert and I had just been talking that morning. I told Robert, if you see, not the workers' cars over there, but just other cars over there, let me know and let's go over and introduce ourselves, because it's so alone out here that it's just good for your neighbors to have your contact information. So I was really glad that he came over and did that. Seemed like a real nice guy. So I think the change is going to be okay. I've been stressing over that. What if I get a butthole neighbor that I don't like? But I think it's going to be okay, you guys. Real nice guy. And actually, oddly enough, I thought he lived in Edmond, which is down near Oklahoma City. Turns out he lives in Bixby, which Robert's farm was in Bixby. And so we were talking about it, and I told him the piece of land that, well, we still own it, but, and he knew exactly where the farm that Robert had. So yeah, it was nice because we already had things in common. And so, yeah, I think we're going to be just fine. And now if I notice something around his house, I have a way of contacting him. So yeah, it was good. And I'm not a nosy neighbor, and his house is situated where I can't really see it out of any of my windows. But Robert and I are both outside often enough that if anything's going on, chances are very good one of us will notice it, or one of the other neighbors will call. So yeah. So that's a cool thing that I'm happy about. And I'm loving the weather. Oh, loving the weather more than you can ever imagine. Oklahoma is so dang hot in the summer that sitting outside is not always very pleasant. But nowadays, you can just sit outside all the time. So awesome. And the leaves haven't started falling yet, so it's very pretty out. And last night, I was sitting out in the breezeway. I usually try and sit out there a little while before I go to bed at night. And I had the front door open. I leave the doors open all the time. But last night, I was sitting there, overhead light on, and my little fox buddy came, walked right in the house, looked around, left. And he did that about a week ago. I know he's looking for something to eat, and I'm just not a soft touch. I'm not going to start feeding the wild animals. That only encourages them. But it's nice to have a fox friend who comes and visits periodically. I like this checkerboard. Very Mary Engelbrightish, And you don't have to have the Languo pens to do this, you guys. You can do it with any marker you have. I think it would be a little bit harder with, say, a Posca pen or something with a broader nib, but yeah, anything will work. Use what you've got, or order the pens because you won't be sorry. Yep, I got some little bit of erasing there to do. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. kind of just develops as you go. You can't go in with a preconceived idea. I did copy this out of the book, though, because I like the checkerboard. Hi, Jeannie. What does the fox say? He doesn't say anything. He comes in and just smells around like, what'd you have for dinner? Was it leftovers? Hi, Beth. Linda sent me a little paper doll, and I think she said in the letter to Dee Dee that she learned it at your house. So if you came in late, this was the little pocket paper doll that Linda and Tim sent me. It's got a butt on back. So thanks for giving them a cool idea. So I got some fun Happy Meal. And I'm almost sure that she's putting Dee Dee's that it was, she done it at your stream. So, okay, I think I will drop down a little bit from the top so it's not just starting out of nowhere. And draw an anchor. Thanks, Jeannie. You have a hedgehog that sets off your security light. I'd love to have a little hedgehog. You ain't no Barbara. Well, we all knew that, Dee Dee. Hi, Tina. I am going to do something in there. I just haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it black and white to keep the J all black and white. Well, black and whatever's in the background. And then just use the colors for the dangles. I just don't know yet. So let's just start. And if I was really being anal, like I normally am, I would be using a ruler for those lines. But I'm not going to give you guys any reason to make fun of me. How you like that? I do try and repeat some elements. Circles are always really good. I like hearts. Yeah, you got to do the dangles above. And then I might just draw some little element down here. If I'd have had more room, I probably would have done it up here. So I'm going to have to figure out something that I can do down here. But it'll be all good. It'll be good. I promise you. Thinking. I'm trying to do a bunch of different ones, so oops. Pop-ups. This is for Joanne Newman because Joanne's always so generous with her ephemera. She sent it to me several times, and I am appreciative. Now, thinking, man, I haven't done this in so long. Let's put a flower over here. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll look okay. It looks fairly well balanced to me. Agreed there, Kat. All right, and these are the colors that I've already used down here. Now, that doesn't mean I won't add additional colors, but I will definitely. Damn pop-ups, man, they're bugging me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I use these again. And if I cover up any of the black or anything like that, I can always go back in and fix it with just another black pen. So that's very cool. You know, the one thing, if I have any disappointment with these Languo pens, and I really haven't so far, other than the white pen. I don't like the white pen. I don't like the white pen at all. I was hoping that it would be really awesome. Turns out not awesome. But I've not had any of them stop up. The ink always flows, and I don't know if it's because I use them all regularly or if it's in the composition of the ink, but I have to say I've not had any of them clog up or not want to write. Sometimes I might have to encourage them just a little bit, but overall, they've been awesome. And I think if there was going to be any problem, I would have already experienced it by now. I might be crazy, but yeah, I think I would have already experienced that. Let's see how this looks against the blue. And some of those bigger ones, I'm not done yet. I'll go back and work inside of them. Okay, now pick out another kind of color from the background. Another thing is I'm not crazy about a lot of the purples. I wish there were better purples. Now this one, after I just bragged about you not writing. Okay, it wrote. Never mind. Not bitching about it. Oh, you very easily could, Dot. Is that what you're kind of getting into a lot now, Dot? Is primarily sewing? Did your niece take all your cool stuff away? There's really not a lot of green in this background, so I'm going to try and pick a green that is not too, this is the green, in your face. But you do get a good mix of very muted colors and bright colors if you want. So, and I'm not trying to sell you on these pens. I happen to love them, but they're maybe not everybody's cup of tea. But between the Beast and Bible journaling, they have been very useful. But it's one of those things too. They're right here at my elbow, so it's like, yes, I am, Ellen. I just haven't decided yet what exactly I want to do there, and if I want to do it in color or if I want to do it in black and white. I might repeat that one Zentangle pattern. Haven't decided yet. Trying to pick out colors from the background. I really don't have a good orange yet. Let me see what my orange selections are. This one's kind of dark. Let's use it in a couple of small areas. And one of the packs was fluorescent, and those colors are very fluorescent. So I need another blue too. Let's pick that one. I think I like this one. And I don't keep them in any order up there, so it's kind of hit and miss. And it's writing okay on this paper. Now, I don't know. One of those books that I showed has kind of shiny paper on it. I don't know how these, well, let's pull one out and see, just to answer my own question. I think it was the little square one. Rabbit Trail, we're going to do a little experiment here to see how the pen works on the shiny paper. We'll just get a new sheet. What one do we want to draw on? That one might not be bad. Ooh, this one's good. Get out of the way, Bob. You're in my way. Am I on screen? Now, one thing I know is they will probably take a little bit longer to dry. But yeah, this will work just fine. Can you see? Yeah, so they work really well on the little bit shiny paper too. So that's good to know. I like that color. All right, so works on the shiny paper too. Awesome. Thanks for putting in the links, Devin. You're a good mod, man. I think I'm going to get that dark blue out. There's not any dark blue on here. Well, down in here there is. And then I'll have you guys tell me if you like it better on the white background. And maybe a dark green. Yeah, we'll do a dark green. There might be a little bit of touch up when I'm done, but it won't be bad, I don't think. Pick a bright color for in there. Let's pick another purple. All right. This one in this color. So you guys can do this, just a piece of paper and some pens. And you're on the way. Don't have to buy a single thing. I want another soft pink. Where's that really soft one? I think this is it. I might have to go back in and draw this curly Q again because I don't think I can get it. Okay, one more color and we're done. I think that's everything. Other than the top of the J and decorating some of the larger dangles. All right, I'm going to use use the darker blue. Now I'm going to see how well they write on top of the pen that's already down there. I'll hold this up in just a second so you can see, because I'm working pretty small and I know that. All right, we're going to try a lighter color on top of the darker and we'll see how that goes. Well, I just did that one. I think it would be better if you let it dry for a little while. Yeah, see, that is not wanting to right on top of that green. I'll go over it with a different color. Yeah, I think if you're going to write on top of the ink, this ink, let it dry for a little while. Let it be good and dry before you try and go in and draw on top of it. Ah, thanks, Ellen. I'll use the white, but I don't think I'm going to be happy with it. And a lot of times, if you've used the white on top of another color, go back in and clean your white nib, because I've learned the hard way that some of the ink may remain in there. So, yeah. And don't worry if I get in that black. I'll go back with a real fine line black pen and clean that up. Yeah, that's okay. And because I get frustrated with the white pen, I'll just go in and use the old trusty Sharpie here. Or Posca. Cat and Paste won't cheat on her Poscas. Mine aren't that lucky. I'll cheat on them. Not any problem. There's somebody here called Old Lady Swag. That's cool. Hi, old lady. From another old lady. All right, let's just do some quick Zentangle in here. I think I've decided after I saw that design that I really like.
Lots of mail.
Just, yeah, set it down. Okay, thanks. going to make this feel really top heavy, but hopefully it'll look very cool. Stalking me? Awesome. I'm glad you're here. And I didn't do too big a rant at the beginning of the stream, so I'm pretty proud of myself there. And if you go outside the lines, just make the lines bolder. It's view. Oh, you freak. Old lady swag. View is a funny character. And if you've never been to one of her streams, you need to go. But you have to go to which one? Coloring View, right? Coloring View is the one you want to go to. She gets crazy on her View is a View channel. I find it incredibly entertaining. I don't know the name of this Zentangle or if it even has a name, but there's something really nice about it that I really enjoy. I would call it Zebra. Yes, go to her Coloring View. Yeah. Channel. There we go. Yeah, I like that top of that J. Let's go ahead and add some white dots in here. Some little highlights on the hearts. And yeah, if you're going to work on top of it, I would say the best thing to do is let it sit aside and dry for a while. I think my Sharpie has said, you have now pushed me to my breaking point. We'll see if the white. Actually, drawing on yourself with the white does get it moving again. But I was really looking forward to a real fine white nib. Yeah, didn't happen. All right, now I think just to wait it out a little bit, I need something down here. So let's draw. I think I know what I'm going to draw down here. put some little legs on him. Now I have to decide. I think I'm going to do us a... All right, I think what I'm going to do, this blue should be fine. This is a Crayola Super Tip, and this is what I do a lot in the Beast, is do a base coat with the Super Tip and then embellish on top of it with the Languo. And the nice thing about the Super Tip is they dry really fast. And if you buy the 150 color one, you have so much colors you don't even know which one to pick. I use them a lot. Let's give him... I suppose you could do a big area like that with the Languo, but to me it's just like, Now what color is going to look really good? And do I want little polka dots or big polka dots? Oh God, it's so hard to decide. Or multicolored polka dots. Hey Starla, I showed your pumpkin that you sent me. It's so pretty. Okay, this one's not going to be dark enough, I don't think. I'll show it again. I got this in the mail from Starla, and it will be my entire autumn decorations. It'll stay in my room with me. Bye, Joan. Go have a great afternoon. Well done, Starla. Very pretty. And as always, I appreciate you thinking about me. I'm going to pick this dark blue one. Is this the one? Nope, that's not my favorite. Believe it or not, this, out of all the Languo pens, and I don't know why I don't have a sticker on that, but this is almost like a Payne's Gray. Probably my favorite color out of all the Languo. Awesome color. That one wasn't exactly too circular. Okay, let's see if we can get one of the pink ones, maybe this light pink. Got to be careful. Don't want to get your hand in that wet paint. Let's see. Focus, you freak. And this one I've got to fix. That should be plenty dry enough now that I can go back in and fix it. Same with this one. I didn't color that one, so that'll be okay. Let's put a little black dot in there. Let's see, 9/25. We're already at the middle of September, you guys. Middle of September. Belinda, did I say hi to you? Hi, if I didn't. Can you ask this stupid question? How do I get good at Zentangles? Just buy books and practice? No, Ellen. The best thing to do Zentangles, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, there's a website online called tanglepatterns.com. And if you go there, that box that I've shown several times that has the little step out of how to draw each one is the best place to start. It will show you step by step by step what to do. And then just practice. It's really just taking the time to practice. And that is true of literally anything you do in crafts or art. You just got to do it to get better at it. That's that. Now this one isn't entirely a white background, but which do you guys like better? The reverse coloring page or the white background? Just opinion. I'll end up doing whatever. Yeah, but go to tanglepatterns.com. There's so many patterns on there, and there's a little alphabet bar at the top because each tangle has its own name, and they're in there alphabetically. So hit on one of those alphabet, just pick G, and then it'll open up just like a myriad of different designs that you can learn. And then what I did, and I've shown it before, but I'll see if I have it here, if I have to get it out of the box. But you can get baseball card sleeves. Baseball cards are same as ATC, 2.5 by 3.5. And I just made myself, now I have to do this because she asked, so just bear with me a minute. And I don't have that much time left anyway. So I'll just pick another name and it'll be a surprise to you. I can't believe Dee Dee didn't say, get the box out. Show her the box. Show her the box. Okay, Judy's saying both. But this whole box is nothing but Zentangle patterns. So I cut a bunch of cards, 2.5 by 3.5, to do the step outs on. And I put them in a box because I had gathered so many. If you don't gather that many, you can just use baseball card sleeves and put them in. But then I cut myself a little stencil, and you can get these cutting mats. I know you can get them at Dollar Tree. Just cut yourself a stencil to make the little boxes to draw in. And then when you're there, just copy it down and then practice. Hi, Tommy Joe. Yeah, just practice. Yeah, I did do some Zentangle prompts a few years back, Devin. You're right. Thanks for remembering that. Man, you're bossy. I love you. Yeah, so this, and then because I love doing builds, there's a box down here, or a book that has them all in it. And most of these are just photocopies of the card. But really, you can't get better at anything. I don't care if it's playing an instrument, drawing, coloring, whatever it is you're doing, you're not going to get good at it if you don't do it. I mean, I'd love to just wish something and make it so, but it doesn't happen that way. And the reason Dee Dee Willingham is so damn good at everything she does is because she's done the time. She's done it. She's done it over and over and over again. And as you do it, you not only get better, you get faster. And so yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it. That's it. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention when you guys said if you like the white background or the reverse. I know Judy O said both. Devin likes the reverse. Okay, Terry likes the reverse. Both are good. Reverse. Okay, well, there you go. But just start easy. You know, there's some out there that are really, really cool, and you think, oh man, I love that one. I want to do that one. Well, don't go for the most complicated pattern, you know. Try a few easy patterns, and one, see if you even like it, you know. Okay, so you guys like the reverse? I do too. I really like the reverse. Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to work. I don't know that all reverse patterns are going to work as well as this one with the real muted kind of background. But yeah, I think I agree. I think I like the reverse. So there you go. Joanne, I will get that off to you. And I'm going to scroll back in chat and just randomly pick. There we go. All right, no, I'm going to do it this way. Dee Dee, give me a name of somebody who's going to get a letter. We'll do it that way. Starla, you will definitely get one. Because I already had decided that I need to send you Happy Mail because you sent me some very fun pumpkin. Okay, Dee Dee said Belinda. All right, Cheshire Cat, give me a name. And the other 3 pieces of paper that I have, these 3. Now, Belinda, you must be willing to send me your address. Starla, I have your address. And Cheshire Cat says Laverne. Okay, Laverne, Starla, and Belinda. I will do you a letter tomorrow because tomorrow's Tuesday and I don't do much on Tuesday other than watch Kathy Berg. Patience isn't your virtue, Jolu. You know what? Hi, Messy. I don't know that it's patience so much as I don't know. I was a doodler in school. You know, like if I was in history, and I had the best history teacher. But anyway, while he was up there talking, I would sit and doodle, doodle, doodle. Didn't mean I wasn't paying attention, but I seemed to absorb things better if my hands were busy. If my hands weren't busy doing something, I was probably asleep. All right. And don't forget the period after the M, okay? And I can't delete that. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, I can delete it. So tell me when you've gotten my email. And what? Nah, ignore that. Anyway, yeah, tell me when you get it and I'll go back and delete that. So just the whole world doesn't start selling my freaking email to everybody. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, and I am cutting my streams a little bit shorter. Sometimes I feel like I push Robert to the limit for being quiet and not asking questions. And he does need not a whole lot more attention, but a little bit more attention now. So Laverne, I probably have your address, but I'm not sure if I have Belinda's. Hijkl. I'm pretty sure I have Laverne. I can't believe I wouldn't have Laverne. Of course, I might have you under your old. Yeah, I have it, Laverne. If you're still at on Mimosa. Well, Belinda, let me see if I have your address. It's not that you need my address, it's that I need your address. But I might have it. This book is such a freaking mess, and every time I think, oh, I need to clean this up. I need to fix this. Are you kidding me? That ain't gonna happen. Belinda, I don't see your address, so please email me if you wouldn't mind. I don't have it in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so I may have you under something different. All right, for whatever reason, share your referral link. What the hell did I do? So Belinda, yeah, please send me your address. All right, you guys. Okay, you'll send the new address. Appreciate it. So you got my email? All right, you guys. Go out in the world and honestly try and think about what I said earlier. We're at a crossroads, and in my opinion, it's between good and evil, and we need to decide which road we're going down and start act accordingly. So I'm going down the road of good, and I'm going to do my very best to be a very kind person. I think I am most of the time, but I can have my hateful moments too. But really, and pray for this world. Pray for us. There's good things happening though, so don't get discouraged. Good things are happening. But yeah, spend some time thinking about it. All right, I'm going to go back, delete my email, and thanks for spending your valuable time with me, you guys. It's very much appreciated. So go out in the world and do good. All right. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.